Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, August 16th, 2022. Steve Sipress here, and I got to tell you, my brain is swimming, overflowing with craziness. I have been following, people who know I'm from New York. I've been following the antics of Donald Trump for about 50 years. I mean, when I was in high school, one of my high school jobs, I was working as a vendor walking around the seats of Madison Square Garden. I would take the subway into work and back home many, many nights reading the papers. I mean, Trump was always right there, if not on the cover. He was on the page six, all the gossip and whatever with the this and the that and the whatever and the bankrupting the casinos and cheating on the wife and getting divorced 3 times or twice or whatever the heck, and all his business dealings. And then you had Trump University, and he's always, calling up to radio or TV stations and saying, under a false name, under false pretense. I mean, over-promising, under-delivering, lawsuits up the yin. Like, I've been following this guy for about 50 years. But I have to tell you, I am scratching my head now, and there's a lot of my head to scratch, not a lot of hair. Is it possible? Is it remotely, absolutely, is there some slim chance that he's actually not a criminal? I mean, come on now. Look at who's coming after him. I mean, the FBI, which is famous for having a file on everybody, I'm pretty sure they got a pretty thick file on Donald Trump. And yet the ex-head of the FBI, this Robert Mueller character, went after him for years. Now, of course, Mueller was no longer really had all his faculties. He was kind of, they put his name only on that thing. But man, he had some attack dogs with him. And of course, he could have pointed people in the right direction or led them to the right files. You had Jim Comey and Annie McCabe and those folks at the top of the FBI that absolutely can't stand Trump, can't stand what he's going to do if he gets back in office, and heads are going to roll and he's going to really shake things up. So they just come after him like crazy. I mean, we sent a couple of people in just to go into that White House and try and entrap them into something and mess with him. And that's what Comey said, and, planting evidence and these 2 impeachments. And then after he leaves office, you still got like the Attorney General of New York running on the platform of, I'm going to get Donald Trump. She hasn't come up with anything. If they had, wouldn't we have heard of it by now? What are they waiting? And then Georgia's going after him hard, this and that, whatever. Now you have the FBI actually knowing when he's not there and going to his personal residence and rifling through his wife's clothing closet and his desk drawer and taking his passport. I mean, taking everything. I mean, are you telling me they haven't come up with anything? There's no smoking gun. There's no evidence. I'm starting to believe, is it possible? I mean, what's next? O.J. Simpson didn't do it? I mean, is it possible that Trump could not be a criminal? I mean, come on. Wouldn't they have found something by now? They have gone through all his taxes, gone through all his personal stuff. He's been sued thousands of times, all the discovery, the interrogatories, the raids, the this, the that, the whatever. Are you kidding me? Amazing. So, what's the business lesson? The business lesson is, which I'm guessing Trump does. I mean, besides the fact he does a ton of things that I believe are unethical, immoral, but apparently not illegal, or maybe misdemeanors or something. Oh, yeah, gee, he took some papers home with him. Like, that's like, extremely minor. I'm talking about, like, could there actually not be some serious crime he committed? I'm guessing it's because, for all his bluster and all his acting like a lunatic and being unpredictable and acting crazy, which worked, I mean, which I've been talking about for decades, how the U.S. is always cautious around Kim Jong-do, whatever his name is in Korea, and Putin and this and that and Iran and or whatever, and because they're crazy, don't know what to do. I've always been, for decades, like, can't we have a crazy guy where other countries would not know what he's going to do? And then we had Trump, and it was great. We pretty much had peace for 4 years. Now it's back to the normal military-industrial complex and all the wars and more wars than we could possibly handle and all that stuff. But Trump was so unpredictable, and people were like afraid of, oh, he might blow up the nuclear or something, or he might, right, who knows, so he's put on this great act of being, you know, flying off the handle and being impulsive and all that kind. I'm pretty sure you don't really get to be like a billionaire and have the #1 TV show and get to be president of the United States if you're childishly impulsive and ridiculous. But one thing, apparently, I mean, I still can't wrap my head around it. Is it possible he has not committed like a major or a serious or any kind of, significant crime? The reason would be there that he listens to his attorneys, that he listens to his tax attorneys, that he listens to all of his business attorneys. They say, it would be unethical and immoral to do such and such. It'd be kind of crazy to do such and such, but technically you'd be okay. It wouldn't be illegal. That's the lesson today on Topical Tuesday, August 16th, 2022 is I'm just having a hard, it's amazing. Is Trump really gone right up to the line, kind of crossed it morally and ethically, but not criminally all these years? That has to be because he is smart enough to not go over the absolute line that his lawyers say you cannot cross. Goes right up to it, goes over it ethically and morally, of course, but not criminally. Amazing. Hopefully you're doing the same. Now, do not, under any circumstance, listen to your attorney or your accountant when they're looking forwards, when they're talking about how much money you should invest into marketing and advertising. They'll always tell you, oh, they've always told me you're putting too much into marketing and advertising. And really, how do you think the company is like doubled every single year and grown 5 times and 10 times? And how do you think I'm employing all these people, including you? Like, I'll do the marketing, you do the bookkeeping, you look backwards, okay, and dot all the T's and cross the I's and do the paperwork, but I will do the growth aspects of the business. So don't listen to attorneys when they're going to try and tell you to be cautious about growth. When they tell you to be cautious about anything that might get you in criminal trouble, I'm going to say listen to them. I was almost going to say like Trump does. Wouldn't we have heard of it by now? They just raided his personal residence and didn't even, did so many things unconstitutional and illegal with that overly broad warrant and not letting the attorneys in and not zeroing in on something specific. And they still didn't find a smoking gun. Don't you think we'd have heard about it by now? Amazing, 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 amazing. Again, business lesson. Hopefully you are not looking to be as amazing. People will be so dumbfounded that you're not a criminal. Hopefully you're doing things, running your business ethically and morally in addition to legally. Hopefully. I can't control who's out there, but hopefully, especially if you're taking my advice, which can sell a lot of stuff. Hopefully you're selling good stuff. You're providing an excellent product or service. You stand behind it. You do the right thing by your customers, your clients, your patients, your members. I can't control it. Hopefully that's what you do. Anyway, that'll do it for Topical Tuesday. I've seen a whole ton of people come in here and lots of comments and whatever. I went to scroll and they just went off the screen. What's up with that? All right. As if I know what I'm doing with technology. Anyway, I will reply as I always do, if appropriate, wherever you're watching this, listening to it, reading to it. Will wonders never cease? Could my brain, after 50 years of believing something as sure as day, that Donald Trump is a criminal? Is it any shred of possibility he's not? My brain is fried by that possibility. Anyway, that'll do it for Topical Tuesday, August 16th, 2022. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for watching on the replay, and I will catch you back here again tomorrow with some advice on making money on the internet on World Wide Web Wednesday. Over and out. Bye-bye.